Oh, we said it was Pete's theme. Oh, let's get this off. Excuse the package. Oh, is that my speech? Oh, it's a bit snug. Oh. Under the arms.
Very pleased to see us anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh dear, right. Okay, here's my speech. Okay, Watford 0, Crystal Palace 4. Southampton 6, Brighton 0, Burnley 4, Spurs. That's the wrong speech, sorry. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 4, that's the wrong one. Anyway, look, we made it. Wow! 18 months later, and we got here. So, you know, a few things along the way, but we're so pleased that everybody's been able to make it. And all the people that we were going to invite to start with they're all here. Plus a few more, because we didn't realise that certain people were going to be born along the way, did we? Which means Mummy can drink tonight, because she wouldn't have done last time. So, look, I'm told that this is the only time in a man's life where he can talk without being interrupted by his mother-in-law. So I'm going to make this last a long time. So first of all, I'd like to thank Hilary and Ray, who are sitting over back there, who introduced Jackie and I some 9-10 years ago, something like that, I can't remember now, 2 years ago, where I was doing a cardio rehab class with Ray, and Jackie knew Ray and Hilary from the club, and we were both single, and they said, look, we both think that we know somebody who you might get on well with and put you together. And both of us were like, no, not bothered really, no, don't know. Anyway, they set up a blind date, and we went along, and well, it's been a roller coaster since then. It's been fantastic. So thank you to Ray and Hilary for that. Jackie and I's first date. So we had our date with our blind date with Ray and Hilary, and then I took Jackie out on the Sunday. We went for a meal at a local pub. Jackie did pay for that meal, which was it was a bit tight. I had paid for the one with Ray and Hilary, and she insisted, so I let her go. And then for our first proper outing, we went to Warwick Castle. It's got free tickets. So we went to Warwick Castle, and I took her up the ramparts. For those of you that don't know what a rampart is, it's like the turrets in a castle. And we stood at the top there, and we were overlooking all the views across Warwick. It was our first sort of proper outing date and what have you. And we stood there, and I was really nervous and thinking, all I want to do is give her a kiss. And I didn't. I waited till we got home. But it was. So that was our first outing. But we're lucky. We have what we call a grown-up relationship. Without all the shit that goes on when you're younger. You know, we've both been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt and all that sort of stuff. But we can be proper adults and just enjoy ourselves and have fun. Never been there. Who says being a proper adult? Sounding like this, saying I'm a proper adult. But it is true. It is true. And the great thing is, we both love doing the same things together, doing bits and pieces, but we also let each other do our own things. So I go and do my own stuff, and Jackie does her own stuff as well. And it's that mix and allowing each other to go and do that, which I think really does help in a relationship to help you do it. And also, we laugh all the time, obviously. And we do, and you know, I don't think Andy will probably done a bit of dressing up as well, but I'm talking about when we went to Brisbane to see our friends Mike and Tanya, and we were due to meet them in Brisbane. Now, Mike and Tanya we met on a cruise. It was a small little cruise around Hallam Bay, one of these two-day cruises. Australian couple, great laugh. We got on so well with them. Anyway, we went over to stay with them, which was brilliant. But when we arrived in Brisbane, they had arranged an itinerary for us, and they called their travel company WTF Travel. That was it. So you know what that means. So we decided that we would turn up as British tourists at Brisbane Airport. So we've got through custom control, and we've gone through and passport bits and pieces, got our bags. Now it's time to change. And I've changed into a pink Union Jack type t-shirt, which I didn't realise was a gay pride run, but anyway, that's what I put that on. I had a hanky on my head. I had Union Jack shorts and socks. and a pair of sandals with a WTF badge on me, and Jackie dressed as a tourist with a camera, with a hat and the rest of it. Now we're changing while we're doing this, and we walked through customs, and the doors open, and we came through. And when we came into the hall, where everybody meets everybody, there's a massive round of applause from everybody. Because what we didn't know is while we were changing, literally down into pants and everything else, they've got cameras and TV screens above where you come out, and everybody could see what we were changing into. And our friends Mike and Tanya were literally hiding behind the sofa, which was great. But then, even sort of recently, Jackie and I just come back from the Lake District, and we went to a Beatrix Potter tea party where we were the only adults there, and we had our photos taken with Peter Rabbit, and we managed to kick all the other kids out of the way so that we were the first ones there to get the photos. So yeah, it's important that we do have a laugh, we do enjoy ourselves, and that I think is the basis for most of the things that we do, obviously. So I proposed at a waterfall in New Zealand. We were on holiday over there visiting my cousin, and decided that we would, I went down on one knee by a waterfall and proposed, which was great. And then when we got back, I took Ray for a pint and asked if I could marry Jackie, to which Ray said, "I'm not paying for it." However, I would like to thank both Rose and Ray for their contributions today as well, so thank you so much. So our first wedding date, as you know, was planned for April 2020. That's all that sort of 18 months ago. I remember just before that date, on the Saturday, it was a Saturday, I thought to myself, well done, son. This is going to be the happiest day of your life and the best thing that you've ever done. And that was just as Andy and I were set off on my stag do. I'd like to thank everybody. There was a lot of you here who came to my stag do, many of you, and a lot of you made a big effort to travel up from down here. Although that was a bit of an adventure for you, you old news coming up to London. It was, I think we had a good time there. Did all the pretty lights. It was.
Be careful, Steve. You're in home territory.
It's all right. But it was a cracking day, a cracking night, and I know the hen do was just as good as well. And I can't promise, I'm afraid, any strippers or nude models for you to draw this evening. If you want it. But anyway, 18 months later, and here we are. We got married, so sort of 3 months ago. We did the paperwork exercise, and I know, for some of you, it may seem like it's not a real wedding because we did the paperwork 3 months ago. But for us, this is our real wedding, having you guys here. We did the paperwork exercise back in April because of COVID and the way it was, and we had to do that because otherwise we'd never have got it done. But today is our big day. Today, having our family and friends around us. And having you all here to celebrate with us, and what we did on the beach today, that's our day, and that's you all being here has made that very special. So this is our wedding day, so which is fantastic. But I'd like to thank on the 17th we had a great day. I mean, it was one of those things where not many people could be there. We had Rose and Ray there, and Colin and Amanda, who were our witnesses, but we couldn't have anybody else there. But I'd like to thank Colin and Amanda for pulling the stops out to make it such a fantastic day for us. We thought we were just going to come down, do the paperwork, go home. No, Amanda and Colin did so much for us that day, and it was absolutely amazing. A few people here can't be here today, so there's a video downstairs, but David and Sarah Jane from USA were going to come over. Our friends Mike and Tanya from Australia would have been here. Leslie and Kevin, my cousin, and her husband would have been here as well. All planned to come over for this event, but obviously with COVID they couldn't come, so we miss them dearly, but they can't be here. So over to my lovely bride, my stunning bride. Thank you for making me happy. But the one thing I'm learning as I've got married, and Jackie keeps reminding me, is that she's always right. Now we're married, she's always right. But I'm sure you'll agree. Jackie looks fantastic today, as you do, and maybe we could raise a glass to my lovely bride.
She takes after her mother.
Well, they do always say, look at the mother-in-law before you marry the daughter. And thanks to modern technology and modern medicine. No, you know I love you both. So I've got a few thank yous that I'd like to make to a few people. First of all, I'd like to thank Dean for firstly doing the reading so beautifully on the beach this afternoon, but also your support and welcoming me into your little family. You and your mum are on your own, and all of a sudden this lollipop bloke suddenly appears and takes over your life and the house, and you welcome me. And I've never had, you've been nothing more than a son to me, so thank you. And of course, thank you, Zoe, for a great reading and your support as well. In welcoming Jackie as your stepmum, along with. He's looking at me going, what the hell?
He's like, why don't I go wear one of my baby clothes?
I aspire to be like him. But no, thank you so much, both of you, honestly. Thank you very much indeed. So, yeah, I have got this escape convict costume as well. We did actually go to, when we went to Brisbane, we went to a 1920s party, and it was a New Year's Eve party, and everybody was dressed as gangsters and all that sort of stuff. And we went dressed as gangsters with our friends Tanya and Mike and what have you. But what they didn't know, and Jackie didn't know, is during the evening, Australia, in the 1920s, there was only one costume that I could wear. Walking around a whole hall full of people was a convict costume. So I changed into this black and white stripes with a hat. And the amount of people that wanted photos was incredible. Yeah, again, it was good fun. I'd also like to thank both of our families, our immediate families, for their support as well in welcoming me into Jackie's family and Jackie into my family. Our mums and brothers and sisters and sisters. I haven't got a sister. Sister-in-laws and all that stuff. Thank you all very much indeed. A couple more thank you to the ladies at the back here that are serving. I only knew about they were coming here yesterday because there was a few people that pulled out because of COVID and what have you. But I think the girls have done an amazing job. I'd like to thank also for their help yesterday, obviously Zoe, Gareth, Ray, Dean and Danny, Libby, my niece over back there, and Liz and Andy, especially Andy, for your help yesterday getting this all set up here. So you did an amazing job, so big round of applause for them. I missed somebody off there because without her, we wouldn't have got any of this done. Who's run the whole show for us, organised everything, done the flowers, everything. She's sitting there going, oh God. Really, honestly, we cannot thank you enough for all you've done for us, Naomi. You've been absolutely amazing. So a little token of our appreciation for you and for Gareth. Enjoy that. But thank you so much, love. It's been brilliant. I'm sure you agree on the beach, it was a bit different on the beach this afternoon, but it couldn't have happened without what's his name? Monsieur Cuthbert, whatever his name is, and Reverend Joe Ivor Tinkle, who did an amazing job this afternoon in holding the whole thing together. I think surprised a few people who knew them but didn't know what they were doing, but they did a fantastic job. So, guys, again, thanks for our appreciation for you guys. Thank you. We'll explain what it is later. A little present for our ring bearers, who did a great job carrying the rings up. So we've got a little thank you for, where's Maya? Could you come and get this, Amy, flip-flopping across there? See if I can make it. Thank you so much, well done. And here, mate, one for you.
He doesn't deserve a present, he put it in a bucket.
And lastly, but I know always least, I've got to thank someone who's very special to me, who has been like, hey, hang on, oh yes, who maybe? Somebody who's very special to me. I've got that right. When I first started going out with with Jackie. I was told to go with Jackie, you've got to get for her best friend first. Simple as that. So I think we've been friends, both of you, and Nick as well, over the years, and I treasure your friendship, and I know Jackie does, with your help that you've given her over the years as well, and we really do appreciate everything you've done for us. So thank you for being here today, and a little appreciation from us as well. So. And also, without today, we're going to take photos today. You've got to get photos done and all that sort of stuff, and make sure that everything's great and what have you. We'll see that. You've definitely got a card in there, haven't you? We're going to do it all again. So, but giving up your time today, you've been great, getting everything sorted out and all, doing all the photos and taking down the photos. And we really appreciate you doing it. We really do. Oh, and Jackie's hair and all that sort of stuff as well. So all the rest of it. So Lily, on behalf of me and Jackie, thank you. Now the last one, someone especially. Well, choosing my best man for me this time was not difficult at all. Andy has been my biggest supporter in life, and I would not be where I am without him. There's no two ways about it. But he knows that. So I'm not saying more. Andy?
I'll come halfway.
Yeah, come on. Thanks for everything, mate. I'll say that, and he's now going to rip the shit out of me in these sticks. Did you want to go straight into yours, or?
What do you want?
Yeah. I'll tell you what.